Great men to it, captains, lords! Great men to it!
All right, Shalom. This is the brother Nahaya from the GMS Orlando camp. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yasha Allah, and a sincere salutation to all you Akim, who are preaching this word and believing this word in all truth and in sincerity. All right, this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse 4. All right, and it reads, "Whatever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall." All right, and this lesson is inspired and based on the scene that you've seen before this lesson began. All right, what sticks out to me the most is the statement that he made at the end when he said, "Great men to it." Okay, and Lord willing, we endure into the end, because we have walked through the straight gate that only great men can endure, man. You know, and through the spirit, that scene inspired this lesson, you know, because we are, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, considered acceptable men in the eyes of the Lord as it stands this day. All right, Lord willing, we continue to endure afflictions that it may be manifested that we've endured to the end and that we receive that crown. All right, but part of receiving that crown is being patient when you're changed to a lower state and expecting the victory. All right, as a matter of fact. And then I'll jump back to Ecclesiasticus, the second chapter. So this is 2 Maccabees chapter 15 and verse 8. All right, and it reads, "Wherefore he exhorted his people not to fear the coming of the heathen against them, but to remember the help which in former times they had received from heaven, and now to expect the victory and aid which should come unto them from the Almighty." All right, so part of this walk is a complete, utter trust in Yahweh Shemel Shai, and that must be perfected, you know, through the refining process that we're going through, man. You know, but the Lord has only slated acceptable men to go through that trial. All right, and Lord willing, we endure to the end. You know, the Lord is not calling any just any average Israelite into the fold. All right, the Lord is calling those that he has deemed from the beginning of time, all right, to receive this refining process, receive this straight gate, and Lord willing, receive salvation if they endure to the end. But to expect the victory, man, that's a part of our walk. That's a part of our faith. You know, I was reading a book recently, and it's called As a Man Thinketh, you know, and it tells you that wherever fear and doubt is, it kills the power and the confidence of a man. All right, so if you have fear and you have doubt mixed into your belief system, you're going to fail, because fear and doubt only produces failure. It can't produce anything else. And this great task, this great work that the Most High has slated us and given us the privilege to take part in, requires every ounce of willpower, all right, to continue and to endure and thrive in this condition, to a point where you accept and embrace the chastisement of the Lord, knowing what it produces, knowing the result. You start to enjoy the process of being refined. All right, again, matter of fact, while I'm in Maccabees, let me go to this. I'm going to go to 2 Maccabees 6, all right, and I'm going to start at 12. All right, and it reads, "Now I beseech those that read this book that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge those punishments not to be for destruction, but for a chastening of our nation. For it is a token of his great goodness when the wicked doers are not suffered any long time, but forthwith punished. For not as with other nations whom the Lord patiently forbeareth to punish till they be come to the fullness of their sins, so dealeth he with us. Lest that, being come to the height of sin, afterwards he should take vengeance of us. And therefore he never withdraws his mercy from us, And though he punished with adversity, yet doth he never forsake his people. And only the hopeful elect, only the ones who are going through this straight gate and have reached that point of enlightenment and understand that you're being refined and you're being chastened, but you're not being destroyed. You're being pushed past what you thought was your limit. And when any man is being pushed past what they thought was their limit, it always seems like it's too much. Until you get over that hump, and then you realize that you had a lot more strength. The Most High placed a lot more strength in you than you actually understood that you had, man. Even now, in the grand scheme of things, 2/3 of our people don't think it's possible for us to actually have rulership. They like to hear it, but they don't actually believe it enough to change and be a part of it. The Most High is giving you the faith to see the vision before it's actually manifest on the earth. And the end of that scene, when he said great men to it, it reminded me of Yahweh Shema Shai and him calling us into this faith. Lord willing, we are those acceptable men, like it says in Ecclesiastes, the 2nd chapter. The acceptable men in this furnace of adversity, man. Enduring afflictions. And becoming better. All through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. Not to glory in, but Lord willing that we endure into the end, that we may be given as a covenant to the people, man. That means we may be the first fruits of that covenant to the nations. All right? That righteous rulership that's going to be on the planet Earth, beginning with the first fruits, beginning with the elect. That we may be partakers in that, man. That is of the highest order. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, we've been called into that journey. All right? We've been called into that. Great men to it. Lord willing, we endure into the end. But part of our faith is expecting that victory and being confident in that victory, man. Being confident in the will and power of Yahweh Shema Shai and his ability to finish the work that he started inside of you. Because we fear Yahweh Shema Shai. But if you fear that you won't make it, and you're doing everything you're supposed to do, then you're not trusting Yahweh Shema Shai. All right? Make no mistake about it. We fear the Lord. But there's a difference between fearing the Heavenly Father and doubting that he'll save you, man. Fearing that even if you did everything that you were supposed to do, the Most High won't make good on his reward that he said that he had for those who love him, man. That's a big difference. And the Lord is calling great men to it, man. Man, me and a brother was talking about this. We were talking about how, you know, in the ancient world, if you were in a battle and you narrowly escaped, like say you in a hand-to-hand combat, and somebody almost cut your head off, but you managed to duck in time, you ain't got time to sit there and touch your hair and make sure your hair's still there. You got to keep it moving. Because there's somebody else coming right down the pipeline ready to do the same thing to you. You got to trust that you're going to receive that victory. That the reason that man missed is because you're supposed to continue in this fight, man. And that's the same spirit we're supposed to have in the spirit, in this journey, in this fight. Our biggest strength is confidence in Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Our faith. That's our biggest strength. And it's shown through our actions. It's shown through how we carry ourselves. And we're perfecting that gift every day. Every single day we're perfecting the faith of Yahweh Shema Shai. Great men to it. Only great men can do it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. It says it was given to the faithful in the womb, man. And you have to have confidence in that. That when you were born and you were brought into this ministry, all right? Whether you were the firstborn, the first to open up the matrix of your mother, or whether you was the secondborn, all right? The moment you touched the planet Earth and the Lord allowed you to receive this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you were deemed an acceptable man by the Heavenly Father, the creator of all men. The same one who said the multitude shall perish, that the wicked would not understand. That 2/3 would hear this word and despise it and reject it. And you beat that many odds. You got to continue to have confidence that if the Lord did that for you, he's going to continue that work, man. And he's going to make good on his promise, man. He's going to continue to work and he's going to finish it, man. Philippians chapter 1 and verse 6. Being confident of this very thing, that he which hath begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Yahushua HaMashiach. And as long as your eye is single and you put Yahushua first and foremost, what is there to fear outside of Yahushua, man? If you serving the Lord with all your heart and your might, what else is there to fear? What else is there to fear? If you're doing exactly what Yahushua told you to do, if you waking up every day and your mind is on Yahushua and you pushing towards the mark, you making mistakes but you getting back up, what is there to doubt for, man? You woke up this morning and the Lord ain't take his name from you. Be not faithless, man. Like Yahushua told Thomas. And we got to perfect this through the spirit and power of Yahushua. And that happens every day. Every day the Lord puts trials and tribulations in front of us to see how we going to react, to see how we gonna move. Are you going to make haste in the time of trouble? When Satan start trying to send doubtful thoughts in your head, you going to entertain it? Or you going to battle it with the strength of Yahushua, with prayer? With remembering the former times and those who had faith in Yahushua and were never forsaken. Great men to it, man. Great men to it. The only way. All right, so with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Matter of fact, before I end this, all through the spirit, I got to go back. I'm going to go back to this. Ecclesiastes chapter 2, and I'm going to start at 11. For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in time of affliction. Woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth 2 ways. Yeah, 2 ways. One day you wanna, you believe that the Lord is going to save you. And then the next day you doubting. And we all go through this trial. I say this all the time and I'll say it again. I make these videos for myself first and foremost. Because we all go through this trial, man. But you gotta battle it. You gotta battle it with the spirit and power of Yahushua, with the things that were written aforetime for our learning. And overcome those negative thoughts, man, to a point where you flush them out. And anytime you entertain those doubtful thoughts, those fearful thoughts, it becomes bigger, man. Like cancer, like mold. Anytime you entertain it, it becomes bigger. And the only way you can combat it is through Yahushua, the things that were written aforetime for our learning. Leaning on the things that the Most High told us through the Spirit. Oh, thou fear not, thou worm Jacob. I will help thee, man. The elders in Dallas on the highways and hedges say this all the time. The Lord say He gonna save. Do you believe it, man? And we ain't talking about in general. We talking about concerning you. Do you believe that, man? The Most High gonna save you. Can you see yourself bending the knee with Yahushua putting a crown on your head? Can you feel the weight of the crown? Can you imagine the brightness of the glory of Yahushua as He crowns men? As you watch a man you recognize receive a crown, can you envision those type of things? It says put on as the elect. Do you envision those things? Going up 50 feet in the air and looking down and seeing how high you are in the air. Knowing that the victory is there, man. That you done completed the mission through the Spirit and power Yahweh Shemel Shai. Meditate on those things. Put yourself in it. Don't just read it like you outside looking in. Put yourself in it. Imagine yourself getting beamed up. Feeling the breeze as you go up 40, 60, 70, 80 feet in the air. People you recognize, co-workers, scoffers on the highways and hedges looking at you with a facial expression you ain't never seen in your life. Looking at the bright light of the chariot as you continue to go up, man. Feeling the strength in that new body. Feeling that clear conscience in that new body. You got to meditate and put yourself there, man. Moving at the speed of light. Sitting next to the clouds 1,000 feet in the air. Just looking at the landscape. The Passover in the kingdom. With an innumerable multitude of Israelites. Looking over 300 sons. And they all yours. Or your wives and looking over them, they all yours. Going to a province of Moab or Ishmael and breaking down the elements of water and making sure that they're keeping the laws and treating their people correctly. Giving them counsel. You got to put those things in your spirit, man. You got to imagine these things, man. You got to meditate on those things. And that's going to wash out and flush out that doubt and that fear. Because we all battle it, man. But you got to battle it. Don't accept it. Fight it. So through the Spirit, I just wanted to go into that. You know, Lord willing, this was edifying. You know, through the Spirit, I do a lot of videos. And really it be the things that are on my meditation. You know, and Lord willing, there's some brother that needs to hear it or that may grab some kind of motivational inspiration from it. All through the Spirit and power Yahweh Shemel Shai. So again, Lord willing, this was edifying. With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rokah Kodash. I'm going to close out on this. Ecclesiastes 2:12. Woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well-pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy. And you got to believe that. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yasha Allah, and a sincere salutation to all you Akim, who are preaching this word and believing this word in all truth and in sincerity. Shalom.